Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, Serenity Soul Invictus. Thanks for joining today. Today I want to talk about a very touchy subject that some of us may feel a little bit offended by, but I think it is very necessary for us to discuss. Um, it is why a woman should not take care of a man. A woman should not be giving a man money and providing for a grown man. And a lot of people I see are talking about this nowadays, but in the past, it has not been talked about at all. Okay, I wouldn't even say not enough, not at all. And this is why so many women have been caught up in this trap of being the Bob the Builder chick. Uh, that's the chick that would call herself the ride or die, but she is actually building a man from scratch. And it's really something that as you get older, you start to see the pitfalls, the downfall of doing so. So, as you know, at any point, feel free to comment in the comment section below. Do remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more juicy topics. Of course, hit the notification bell so that you're aware of when I'm back with another great one. So, why you shouldn't give a man money? Now, a lot of people believe that giving a man money is okay, it's fine. Everybody falls on tough times, and sometimes he needs a little bit of help, which is true. Especially if you are in a very committed, deeply committed relationship or marriage. It is understandable. I mean, if it is to save a man's life, if it is to save your home from foreclosure, okay, you may have to bite the bullet and do some things. However, on a general note, just giving a man money is not okay. A man is supposed to be your provider. The reason you are involved in a relationship with a man is so that he can provide for you, protect you, and profess his love for you. Now, in saying this, it sounds like I'm quoting Steve Harvey, right? Which I am, I guess, to a degree. But it is the truth, and it has been that way from the beginning of time, from the beginning of civilization of human beings on earth. The man's job was to provide for his woman and his family. Okay? Um, when you start off in a relationship, for starters, when you're in a relationship, and especially when you start off young in a relationship, you feel like you know everything. You feel like you know what you're doing is the right thing. Pardon the noise, you guys. You feel like at the end of the day, you know, you're locking it down, you're holding it down, you're doing the best that you can to support and strengthen your relationship. When, just like a house, if a house is built on shaky ground, on shaky, loose foundation, the house is not going to stand very long, okay? The house is going to actually fall one day, okay? So at the end of the day, when you're building a relationship off of that kind of perspective, get ready to see stuff shaking. Get ready to see when the slightest wind blows, you're going to see the house start to wobble. You're going to see the cracks starting to form in the foundation and in the walls. Okay? This is not this is not this is not rocket science, you guys. This is just physics, the laws of nature, the laws of the universe, the laws of life actually on earth. So the more you give to a man, the more he's going to expect for you to give to him. The more he's going to start to devalue you because you are now becoming the man in his place. What does he really have to man up for if you are the one there picking up tying all the loose ends and picking up where he left off or where he didn't even finish off? As a man who actually decides to take on a role as a person's significant other, as a husband, as a father, he knows from the jump what his responsibilities should be. Okay? And if you have to teach him those things as a grown man, I think you've chosen wrong. And a lot of guys tend to feel like they have done their best, that they are doing their absolute best. When in fact, if you actually saw what their best was, you would cry laughing. Okay? Imagine if they actually did do their absolute best, how much better things would be. What a man thinks is his best and is half-ass is truly laughable, because at the end of the day, people are in relationships, long-term relationships. They've seen themselves hit dire straits more than once, over and over and over and over again, despite circumstances. Some people say, oh, I don't have any support. I don't have outside help from anybody. I don't have family. I don't have this. I don't have that. You hear all these other things. Just like I said, when you look externally, outside of the relationship, when in fact you have to look within yourself, not only yourself, but within the relationship itself, the two parties involved in the relationship. What are you doing wrong? And when you've decided to baby up a grown man from he was just your boyfriend, now that when you live together, he's your husband, your fiance, your baby's father, your children's father, whatever, and he lacks the ability now to do what he's supposed to do, what you've always expected him to do as a man, you took on yourself. And so he's never had the opportunity to learn these things. I've heard stories from people who are much older than myself who have done the exact same thing. I've heard stories in real life, on YouTube, on movies, all of these things, platforms. You've heard of the women who actually took so good of care of their men. They actually bought them clothes. They fed them, they cooked, they cleaned, they provided for them. They always thought about them. They put them before the children. They feed the man before they feed their own young children. Like, it's crazy. And at the end of the day, what happens to them? They are sad, they are bitter, they are angry, they're hurt, they're frustrated, they feel betrayed, they are cheated on, they are left, they are abused, they are all of these things, not to mention depressed and feeling hopeless in love, because they have chosen to build a man. That's the man's parents' job before he hit a certain age, before he reached 18 to 21 years old. Okay? So when you actually think about this, you have to realize you're setting yourself up for failure. When we have sons, we have to teach our sons this from a very young age. Okay? It may come off as tough love, but somebody has to tell them before it becomes a slap in the face later on in life. Before they are like this gigolo guy who's out there parading from woman to woman just so he can have a place to sleep at night. Okay? This is the most disgraceful look on a grown man. And it has to start from young. You have to actually bend the tree while it is young. When you have a big, strong, strapping, hard-headed, grown, rusty man on your hand, and you're trying to teach him a new outlook on life, a new concept, okay, he's not going to really receive it very easily. You're not going to receive the most pleasant response from him either. And what do you expect? He's been trained this way for the last 20, 30 years. It's important for a woman to take care of herself. I'm not saying that the man should provide you with every single thing you need and you should be completely complacent and dependent upon him. That is a recipe for disaster also. We are all responsible for ourselves in this life. You need help. Everybody needs help, but your role is different. The help needs to be reciprocal, but in different fashions, different forms. Everybody has a different purpose in a relationship. So the man's job, like I said, is to provide. A man cannot sit around and expect for a woman to go out and work 2 jobs in order to feed him. This is crazy. A man cannot expect his mother to come and take care of him and his family or his parents. A man cannot expect these things because it's just absolutely ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. And in this day and age that we live in, everything is getting flipped on its stomach. Everything is getting turned over, okay, doing a total 180 from what it was supposed to be, what it was originally created to be like. And this is why everything has gone so astray. Everybody is so angry. Everything is so confusing and lopsided because people have turned things topsy-turvy and expected a lie to be called the truth. It's not the truth. The truth can never be hidden, and this is why we have women now saying all of these things, these outspoken women now who are now trying to shine light on these dark situations that have been so for far too long. So you guys, my thing is, how do you feel about this? I want to make sure to get your comments below about how you feel on this topic and what you've seen, what your experiences were, what you heard other people talk about this kind of experience that they've had, where you are the man in the relationship. Then, not to mention, you're providing the man. You're cooking, you're cleaning, you're taking care of the children, you're out there working. Double time. All right, good day. You have no time for yourself. You have no time to create that sacred space for yourself, that time where you can actually go and sit down in solitude and actually think of what it is that makes you happy. What do you like to do with yourself in your spare time? To learn new skills, to do something to improve upon yourself. Then the man comes and he demands, what does he demand next from you? After you've done all of this and you've given everything that you have of yourself to him, what does he want from you? Your body. He wants sex. That's the next thing. And he's serious about it. He's not even playing. He's not even joking. He's ready to leave you if you deny him that right. Not a gift or privilege. That right. He thinks that's his right. Okay? This is where it gets really, really, really sticky. Really uneasy to talk about. Because we have to be real with ourselves. We don't belong to anybody. We are in a partnership. If you are married to someone, you're not their possession. You're not their belongings. You are their partner. Marriage is a partnership, not ownership. And so at the end of the day, when you have to do all of these things, you are obligated to do all of these things. That leaves you empty inside, absolutely empty inside. You look at other people and they have their wonderful, fulfilling relationships, and you're like, wow. Even though we're not sure what's going on inside their homes, from what you can see, they're happy with each other. You can't fake a smile when somebody's in love. They can't fake that. You can see it. It bubbles, it blossoms from within. So at the end of the day, you have to take all of these things into consideration. Time is ticking by. You're getting older. And imagine yourself being a middle-aged to a senior woman with a man who still needs to be built, who needs to be taken care of, who needs his diapers changed. He's older than you, or around the same age, but he has not learned anything. He has not leveled up himself yet, as old as he is. Okay, that's the sign right there that what you have done made absolutely no sense at all. So do let me know your comments and your feedback in the comments below on this topic, because we need to get into this discussion, you guys, and I can't wait to just dive into this myself, because I want to know how other people feel about this. Is it just me? Is it just me? You look at so many single women, single mothers out there. Just to have a man, they would give the money that belongs to their children, money that is to actually take care and put food in their kids' mouth, they would give it to a man first, who they don't even know, by the way, just to say that she has a man. Is that desperation or what? It does not pay to be desperate. I say that all the time, and it is the truth. Only time reveals that, though, to some people. They have to actually go through these things in order to see it happen to them first, to say, you know what, that was not the right thing to do. So I'm going to end it here because I don't want this to be very long. Uploading is very, very difficult in the last couple of weeks for me. So do hit like, do subscribe to the channel, all of that good stuff. And I will be back later with another great video in short order. But until then, peace and love. I'm going to say blessed be to you all and namaste. Bye.